Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, NerdMode, and I'm going to be doing the next episode of Battlefield News, a video series where I'll be talking about changes and or events within a particular Battlefield title. So without further ado, let's get started. So of course, starting things off, there was a Battlelog Mobile update on October 8th of 2014, and there is some information, especially when it comes down to the features and improvements that I would like to share with you guys. DICE added pagination area in the bottom of every form thread, changed background to the newest expansion pack, missing game modes added in detailed stat view, only showing join as commander if the server has commander slots and a valid game mode, added swipe back functionality for iOS systems, fixed the swipes for comm center and the menus in iOS, various minor improvements, fixed so that the iOS has content on the whole screen, fixed so that the end user license agreement screen only renders once, hiding privacy settings if you don't have a soldier, now correctly respecting the privacy in feed plus game activity, fixed broken navigation if you entered the form section, and finally they fixed the invalid stretching of elements whenever you saved your loadout. Now a cool piece of information to provide you guys with is that Battlefield 4 now has classic mode back into the franchise, which is definitely very exciting if you are a very hardcore player. You like to have the nostalgia of the older titles kind of coming into the newer one, as well as the overall feeling of playing a more realistic shooter. Now for some of you guys that might be new to the Battlefield franchise, maybe you haven't been playing the Battlefield franchise as long as some of the veterans have, many of you guys will not be familiar with this game mode considering that it hasn't been in the past couple of Battlefield titles. However, classic mode basically fits in between core and hardcore, so it's kind of in the middle grounds. It takes aspects of both game modes and kind of combines them into one. Now of course it's not the complete hardcorest overall realistic outtake that you can get from Battlefield, but by itself it's a lot more hardcore than the core game mode. Now of course, if this is something that might interest you, here's some information to kind of get you going and kind of give you an idea of what you're in for when it comes down to the Battlefield. There is no 3D spotting in this game mode. There is also no health regeneration. However, your health is at the normal level as in the core gaming experience, so you're still going to have 100% health. However, you're not going to be able to regenerate health on its own, especially when it comes down to it. During this game mode, you only have the ability to spawn on your squad leader. You no longer have the ability to spawn on other members of your squad, so it's going to put a lot more emphasis on playing as a team and a squad when it comes down to it. It is highly recommended that you move as a squad and also protect your squad leader when it comes down to engagements and trying to be a little bit more tactical than maybe you were in the core gaming experience. Another piece of useful information is to take note that every time you consider reloading your weapon, you are going to be penalized with the other rounds that were left in that magazine being depleted. So it is definitely in your best interest to try to use up all the ammunition within that magazine before doing a reload, considering that once you do the reload, that magazine is disregarded along with the ammunition that was currently in it. And finally, the last piece of information to get you started is to know that there is no third-person vehicle cam. But anyway guys, that's all the information I have for you when it comes down to this week. However, there is a couple of things that I would like to bring to your attention, especially if you are a Battlefield 4 player. During the last couple of weeks, I have uploaded a few videos pertaining to the fall patch. Of course, if you are still somebody that has not checked those out, or you're really interested to see what was changed or altered in Battlefield 4, then I highly recommend checking out one of the two videos. Now, depending on how interested you are when it comes down to the fall patch, it's really going to depend on which link I would recommend checking, but of course the first link is going to be the highlighted information where I talk strictly about just some of the stuff that you're probably going to want to know about, as well as there will be a second link that talks about everything that was listed in the pack word for word. But I guess when it comes down to it, guys, that information is down there for your viewing pleasure, as well as everything I talked about today, so hopefully you guys will take a couple of moments to check that stuff out if you're interested. But anyway guys, this has been this episode of Battlefield News. Of course, I will see you guys in the next installation, and until then, this has been NMO, and I'm going to be signing out, guys. Peace.